Hey, Sasha here. I'm sitting on top of some giant hay bales that I use as fencing for my orchard. Now these have been here 2 or 3 years. They're starting to get a little bit old and they're starting to break down. If you have a look here, they're all starting to sort of sink a little bit, and then here what I'm left with is this beautiful sort of breakdown of the hay, and deep down there's heaps and heaps of worms as well. So as you can see, even as these hay bales expire, they're going to be so useful to me in other ways, because I'll be able to add all this breakdown back into my garden again. But for the moment, I reckon these will be good to go for maybe another year or two before I have to replace them. But today I want to talk about gardening with the use of hay bales. Now, it's not a new concept. People do this. People plant directly into hay bales and get quite good crops out of them. I would say it's not the most economical way to have a garden bed. Obviously, if you purchase raised garden beds, they're going to last you for years. Whereas if you purchase a hay bale and you plant into it, you're only going to be able to use it for that one particular life cycle of that plant. You are, however, going to be able to reuse what's left of that hay bale after. But again, it's another cool way to garden. It's another thing to think about or have a bit of a play with. Now, because there is such beautiful worms and mulch going on there, I have decided that I'm going to do a little bit of planting into the top of these hay bales just for a little bit of fun, but mainly because I want to plant some flowering nasturtium into the top here to provide some blossoms to attract the bees into this patch of my garden to help pollinate my fruit trees. I'm also going to be planting my pumpkin and my watermelon down here as well. So sometimes I feel like the bees just love hanging over in my other garden, so I'm really trying to sort of let them know that this is a great place to hang out as well. We are so lucky on this property. We have tons of wild hives around. So today all I'm going to do is, I've got my nasturtium seedlings. I'm going to just grab some compost, a little bit of cow manure, and I've grabbed some broken down mulch that's sort of quite old. And I'm just going to seriously just pop that onto the top of these hay bales, plant the nasturtium in there, give it a bit of a water, and see how I go. So what I've done here is I've literally just got some compost, some cow manure, and some really broken down mulch, and just really packed that into the top of the hay bale. And then I'm going to plant in my nasturtium seedling and give it a bit of a water and see how I go. I'm pretty sure that this is going to thrive in here, given that there are so many worms underneath that are really going to be, it's a really nice moist environment. And I should have heaps of nasturtium flowing around and providing those blossoms for the bees. Now, if you are going to be doing tomatoes or anything else, really, I would say, really give your fertilizer, your compost, whatever kind of manure that you're going to use, a good think about how it's going to provide that food and nutrient for your plant. But certainly this is a fantastic way to garden. So this is just another way to garden. Like, there are tons of different things that you can play with in the garden, and this is another one of them. So I will keep you updated on how this goes, but hopefully in another month or so, I'll have lots of beautiful flowers that the bees are hanging out with and helping to pollinate my plants with. I hope you have an awesome day. Please subscribe to my channel, share, like, comment. Tell me your journey with hay bale gardening if that's something that you've been doing. I'd love to hear from you. Have an awesome day. See ya.